Hello, everybody, and welcome to this broadcast of Blind Tech Adventures. My name is Nimer, and I'm glad that we are all here. And this is going live as of January 20th. Let's see here. I want to make sure that we are live. Okay, it looks like we are live. Kirt is traveling, and so I'm not sure that he will pop in. I hope that he will, but he is traveling at the moment. And let's see here. Today we're going to have a number of topics to discuss, and we're going to be talking about 5G, the 5G rollout, and all the issues with that, and the new C-band that has just come to fruition. We're also going to talk a little bit about LibreOffice, assuming that Kirt is able to get in. We'll be talking about LibreOffice and doing a demo of that. And we'll be doing a demo of the word ribbon and explaining some concepts with the word ribbon. And some of you will note that that has been done in the past, but I feel like it fits in here into this video. Some of you will be in here. By the way, thank you for all of you who have recently subscribed. Definitely, truly appreciate it. I think some of you came over from Los's channel and or from Sneed's channel, etc. Thank you very much. Definitely appreciate you and your support. Blind Tech Adventures does refer to the fact that I myself am blind. I do work at Google and am a blind YouTube creator. And Kirt, the other host, is also blind. Some of the content in here pertains to, well, everybody. Anyone can learn something to do with tech, but also it has to do with how blind people approach using tech, using screen readers, using other tools. So because the C-band rollout, 5G, all that impacts everybody to some extent or another, it is something that I do like to talk about, and we do have an interest in mobile stuff. So that is what this channel is about. So welcome for those of you who have just joined, and for long-time people, supporters, thank you very much. If you feel like it, please hit the like button, share it out with your friends, tweet it. Definitely appreciate it, and let everyone know about it. Get them subscribed. That would be definitely appreciated. And also, if you're bothered by the lack of video, this is pretty much audio only, but if you would like to help out and provide video or assistance with logos or anything like that that you would like to see, feel free to let us know. So yes, let's see here. All right, what's new in the news? And the first article that we've got here has to do with some iOS bugs. And iOS seems to be having some issues in Safari. There's a number of issues where Safari's been doing some crazy things that it maybe shouldn't be. And this particular bug is a bug in iOS 15. Apparently, Apple has known about this issue, and it's impacting iPad OS and Safari since November. So this is kind of an interesting article here. Apparently there's a bug that leaks user identities and browsing activities in real time. Lovely. So this article will tell you all about this particular issue, so feel free to check that out if you're curious. Hopefully they get this issue addressed. And otherwise, maybe try to avoid using Firefox, or sorry, Safari for now. So, yeah, maybe time to download Chrome. Although on iOS, I believe the browsers pretty much use WebKit, so I'm not sure how helpful that will be. All right. Let's see here. Next article is about C-band and the rollout for C-band. So I think I will talk a little bit about this article. So after issues with the FAA, after issues with the government, after issues with how long it took for the spectrum to be auctioned and all of that, C-band is live. C-band is here. C-band is just a mid-spectrum, and it is similar to what T-Mobile is using, and it's making 5G a bit faster than what it was, and hopefully a little bit lower latency, and making some of those things that were promised for 5G a little bit more doable. And it reaches a lot farther than the millimeter wave that Verizon has been using, which means that more people will be seeing C-band or already are seeing C-band. C-band at the moment is rolled out to about 90 million Verizon people, and hopefully will be hitting 100 million by the end of the month. If you're using at&T, though, they have not rolled that out as widely. They've got it in 8 markets, and very, very low numbers, and it looks like they're going to continue to be slow about it. They're saying that it has to do with the supply chain issues, which very well could, but they're just not as big a hurry to get this done. So, yeah. Let's see here. We've got Quentin says, good evening. Good evening, Quentin. Glad that you're here. And yeah. So anyway, if you are a Verizon customer, I think this is a very exciting move for Verizon. And check it out, see if it's in your area. It is in a lot of different places. So there's quite a wide ranging, so it's 46 partial economic areas, but that's a lot of cities. So check it out, see if you have it. It will show up as 5G UC, I think it is. It'll show up or ultra wideband UW. So look for that, and you will be seeing. I've seen speeds here anywhere between 4 and 800. And I've also seen other testers that are doing speed tests around that same amount, which is pretty impressive. That's getting pretty close to what T-Mobile is doing with a lot more spectrum. So, but yeah, it'll be good. So if you're interested in 5G and that whole networking bit, check that out here in the U.S. Verizon is now using the C-band, and it will continue to expand it. But at the moment, it's still pretty expensive. So there we go. Okay. Let's start out by talking a little bit about the ribbon, and if Kirt does not make it, we will have to postpone the LibreOffice install for next week, or demo for next week, as I do not have it on this machine, and he does, and he was going to demo it using his virtual machine anyway on his Chromebook. So let us Start talking about the ribbon. Okay, so in Word and other apps, there's this, they call it the ribbon. A lot of people are frightened of it for whatever reason. Maybe they got used to menu bars. They like menu bars. So the ribbon is kind of, from a blindness perspective, I've seen a lot of people really have a lot of hard times with ribbons. And I would say it's just a way of organizing options and settings. It's just a way of organizing things, similar to how the menu bar structure was. And I would say think about it in terms of maybe like a dialog box with tabs. And what's really cool about it is that in many cases, if you have an idea of what you're looking to do in the ribbon, the tabs correspond to that task. So if you want to insert something like insert a page break, you're going to go to the Insert tab. If you want something to do with, I don't know, spell check or something like that, you're going to go to the Review tab. If you want to change your view settings, you want to go to a different, use a different view, a print layout versus a web layout versus some other view. You're going to use the View tab. And a lot of things are just thrown into the Home tab, where you have things like your fonts and formattings and clipboards and lots of other things. The reference tabs have things like your bibliographies and citations and all sorts of fun things like that. So if you have a rough idea of what you're looking to do, then you should be able to kind of get to the right place in the ribbon pretty quickly, based on the tab. Let's see here. Another interesting, fun part about the ribbon is the fact that you can jump by groups. So, what I mean by groups, everything in the ribbon is laid out in its own little group. And within each of these groups, you will find settings related to that group. So once you go to the Home tab, as an example in Word, we have a clipboard group, we have a font grouping, we have a paragraph group, we have a styles group, we have an editing group. These are groups. And in these groups, they're going to find things relate to those categories. So in the clipboard group, we have paste, cut, copy, format painter, things like this. Office clipboard. In the fonts, you can adjust your font size, you're changing your font size, you're formatting. Under paragraph, we have things like bullets, numbering, so creating lists, increasing or decreasing indents. We can sort selection of items, so like a list of items, we can sort them. In the styles, we have anything to do with styles, adding headings, making something a title, etc. And the editing, we have find, we have things, so text selection, that kind of thing. So if you have a rough idea of what you're trying to do, you can get to the correct tab, but you can also traverse by group. So the way that we get to the ribbon, hit the Alt key, and you'll land on the first tab. If you get to a point where you're comfortable with this, you can remember the hotkey for opening up the individual tab of the ribbon. So, for example, Home is Alt-H. Most screen readers will read that, and there'll be a letter that is underlined to tell you that that's the keyboard shortcut for it. So if you want to, you can just hit Alt-H or Alt whatever to get to that. Otherwise, you can hit Alt and then use right or left arrow to go between the different tabs. So in Word, we've got Home, Insert, Draw, Design, Layout, References, Mailings, Review, View, and help. So you can get to those using right arrow key or left arrow key. Now to get into the ribbon itself, just hit tab, and then you can just tab through the various items. Again, control right arrow will move between the groups. Control left arrow will move backwards between the groups. So that can be a very quick way to get to what you want. Okay. Another thing that is handy in the ribbon is to talk about the function of Alt Q. And Alt Q is a hotkey for being able to search the ribbon. So this is handy for anyone, not just a screen reader user. I'm not sure what your chat is saying there. Troilo. Not really sure what Vogue is, or Vogue. Sorry. So the way that you can search the ribbon for exactly what you're looking for. So you hit Alt Q, and when you hit that command, you can easily type in exactly what you're looking for. You want to add a list of something. You want to add a bullet. You can just type in bullet. And if you then hit down arrow, you can go through the list of items that are found for things that you search for. So this can be a really quick way to access some things in the ribbon. It's not going to be everything that you find here, not necessarily everything. And so it's always good to know how to traverse the ribbon. But also, you can make life a lot more efficient by just simply finding the item that you want in that tell me list. And the last thing I want to mention about the ribbon is that in the ribbon itself, you are able to use the right click or the applications key or Shift F10 or whatever on many of the ribbon items, not everything. But one of the things that you can do is add things to a quick access toolbar. And what that quick access toolbar is, just a quick way of accessing the most commonly used items in the ribbon. And yeah, as I've said, you can't access everything in this, but you can certainly access a lot of things. So once you add something to the quick access toolbar, instead of tabbing when you get to the home tab, you can certainly do a shift tab and get to your quick access toolbar a lot quicker and see exactly which items are on there. You can add as many items as you want. You can also remove as many items as you want. The default on mine is to have save as one of the items in the quick access toolbar, and it's actually the first one. So in this case, there's another way of traversing through items in that quick access, and that is using Alt and the number key. So if you add something to the quick access toolbar and you know the order of that item, you can, for example, do Alt 1 for the first item in that quick access toolbar, get things a lot faster. So if you want to save something on my machine, yes, you can do Control S. So this is not maybe a great example of a command that you might want to add, or a function that you might want to add to the quick access toolbar. It's maybe not the best example, but it is one that's automatically on mine. And so I can easily hit Alt 1 to jump to whatever or accomplish that task of whatever it is that I've pinned to my quick access toolbar, which can be a really handy way of doing things. Okay, so I think at this point what we're going to do is go ahead and end this stream a bit early. And apologies for that. We're going to get here Kirt next week. He won't be traveling, so he probably just ran out of internet, and he will be able to pop in with us. And once he's able to pop in with us, then we will continue with this particular demo. But at any rate, if you've been watching this, feel free to hit the like. I appreciate you coming in, and subscribe. Let everyone know about this, and we'll see you next time.